life.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you are well. Today we're here with a developer,
Hello, everybody. My name is Logan.
Logan. Logan's going to be here to talk about AI, and hopefully he will kind of just give us some insight on just AI and training and marketing and where the world is going. I'm very excited.
I am too. So it's kind of exciting because it's like you almost don't know what the future holds with AI. And that holds so much excitement in itself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're in the education space.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what do you think AI could look like, or how do you see it changing maybe the education space in general?
Man, I just see a pause on education and individualized learning. We can really tailor instruction to meet the needs of students, which now it's kind of a catch-all. Like if you get it, fine. If you don't, we're moving on. So
Right.
I kind of see that's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I'd 100% agree with that. And maybe it's like, maybe those students that are excelling maybe don't necessarily need it, but maybe it's something for the students that might not be doing as well or keeping up to per se their grade level. Then maybe that's when we implement different AI strategies or AI, different AI implementations for that kid's personalized learning curve or learning style to get them up to the curve.
Yeah.
You know?
So Logan is in tech, and he does everything tech, website, anything. Well, actually, you could tell them how great you are. Tell them, all my TikTok followers, loganisthebomb.com. Go ahead, tell them.
Literally anything to do with building, managing, growing, and scaling a business online, we essentially do. So anything digital related with just building a brand online, we essentially do. So, I mean, I could go into every specific little detail, but we'll be here all day. So it's easier to just say anything you can think of revolving around building online, we essentially do and we help with.
Yeah, that's definitely. So I guess, Logan, what are some changes that you kind of foresee that's coming in the industry?
I mean, well, even in my industry specifically, I mean, just what we've seen over the last 2 years, we're seeing a lot of changes where new development tools are coming out that helps us speed up the development process. So over the last 10 years, we've seen how we've gone from different stages of development, from fully coding different things to actually working on building out MVP style platforms with these no code design tools. And now we're shifting from there to having AI build the initial infrastructure. So what it comes down to with AI is actually having the idea and knowing what you want to do. With AI, if you know what you want to do, you can essentially give AI that and it'll do it. Almost anything is possible as long as you know and have it mapped out exactly what you want.
Wow, I think that's kind of scary, right?
Yeah. But
well, right now in school, hey guys, how are you doing? Oh, sugar, how are you? So right now what we're seeing is just the influx of ChatGPT. Everybody's using ChatGPT to help them, but I kind of feel that's basic level compared to where we can go in the education. But all I see is like we're using ChatGPT to help with lesson planning. I see us use it for like our schedules or ideas, or even thinking about like I don't know, we're just using it just so plain. I mean, I think you could do so much more.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people use AI at a surface level because they don't know. They don't know what's out there. They don't know the tools to go to. They just know these basic GPT or these basic platforms that you can go to. And that's what kind of like the world is only consumed around, is only seeing that side of things. Once you start developing and designing and getting into it like you can start to see the different possibilities. For like school specifically, I mean, it goes as simple, instead of just asking ChatGPT how to help me with this, you could upload your students, your kids, your whoever it is, every single quiz that they've taken over the last year, and you'll basically be able to figure out what style problems they struggle with the most. And all that is just having that paper format that you already have, taking a picture of it and uploading it to the system. Or since a lot of things are now digital, connecting the AI directly to it to analyze the grade results. The teacher can literally grade and result and give the results to the student, and then the AI essentially just takes it and says, hey, these are the type of problems that the students are struggling with most.
Man, I mean, Wow, because right now we analyze data on an individualized basis, but just imagine if I could drop my whole classroom into this data set and they can identify the areas of need, growth, concern, and the areas that I need to focus on with the student for the year. Like,
Also, I think one big thing in this that you also have to think about is we can project that student's future. So we can project and find different likes or things that they might be interested in using all of this.
wow.
So our whole goal is help them to learn and become a better student and be educated with what they want to do, but also push them in the direction that they may want to go or that may best suit them based on their skill sets,
Man,
their learning style.
that's dope. Man, that's dope. It kind of reminds me of like having students, and you know how you look at individual students, you're like, I could see him being a lawyer because he likes to,
Correct.
you know,
Correct.
he can dig into information and debate really
Correct.
well. Or like, wow, that's pretty powerful to think that we can put students on the track for success at an early age.
Yeah. And it's like, it's one of those things. It's like, hey, maybe you don't know what you want to do, but we have the data to say this is what you will excel in, you know, and
Wow.
you have these interests based on the profile. You're really going to like this job field, you know.
Goodness, I mean, I like that. And then even like what the change, like
Yeah.
if students change
Right.
interests.
No, you're 100%. I mean, I know I went through it. I'm sure absolutely everybody out there has went through it. You're going to change. You're going to find new interests in life. So that's why if you start it at a younger age, depending on what grade level or where you're at, what age essentially you start tracking all of this data over, you can build and adapt to that over time. You're going to see those changes over time in the individual person
Mm-hmm.
with their learning style, what their interests are, who they are. I mean, think about from elementary to high school to college, how much we are developing
Yes.
and changing, how much our minds are changing, how much our interests are changing, how much our friend groups are changing. So you're just using this time to build the most ideal profile around you that's going to best suit you after you get through that education period to have the most success.
Yeah, I just worry because like out of the things that we have now as far as careers, like I don't know what the future holds as far as careers. So I don't know what will kind of push my students to their career path because I kind of feel like it's a false thing that we do now and say, hey, you get this degree, you'll get this pathway, and you'll get this job. And so I worry about like we know like our jobs are not going to be the same in
Correct.
5 to 10 years.
Correct.
And we know some jobs are going to go away. So like I worry about pushing students in paths that we don't know about what the industry is going to be in the next 10 years. I don't know. That's my worry. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like that's how we're doing it right now. We're pushing kids into industries that are changing right now. And there's a lot of industries out there that I think schools or education or just society, I guess in general, pushes all the kids in a direction. And those industries are currently dying because of AI, because of technology, because the world is changing.
Yes.
So they're currently doing that. And I think implementing AI will help us make sure we get away from that.
I love it.
Because we don't want to be pushing people into a black hole, essentially, where they don't know. Our whole goal should be the development of your life, helping you become the smartest thinker, the best equipped person to go out there and have a happy and a successful life based on whatever you like, you know?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I was wondering, I don't know, I kind of thinking about how is AI used in classrooms, and then what are some things that I learned. So I do want to tell you, oh my God, I got a new AI tool, just FYI. So Logan keeps introducing me to these cool tools that I use, and then I'm like, I feel like a developer, but I'm really not. So I guess what are some of the tools out there that people are just using?
It's so hard to even say off the top of the head because there's literally millions out there.
Yeah.
There's literally millions. And what it kind of comes down to is what you're trying to do once again. So if there's specific topics that you're trying to focus on or industries, there are AI platforms built around that specifically.
Yes.
So it's almost necessarily saying you have to pick out your use case and then you go online and figure out these different tools. A lot of them like are ChatGPT, but in do you have a use
Yeah.
case or an example or
So
a subject?
I use ChatGPT, like I said, for anything in curriculum or any ideas that I want to give teachers because I'm a coach. I also use like Gemini for recent research on articles, and if I want to dive a little more, and then Perplexity if I want to actually get citations to journals. And I use kind of that, and then like if I do want to do a presentation, I'll use Gamma, right? And then I'll go into Gamma and they'll make my PowerPoint presentation based off ChatGPT. So
Right.
I feel like I'm using multiple tools.
Right. And that's what it goes back to.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's going to be these different tools that are equipped for different things and different prompts. And what you're trying to do is overall be a developer in the new world and connecting all of these systems. So a lot of times that's like what we will do is we'll not only necessarily use just one AI, we'll take it and we'll basically build a system, and we'll even automate some of it. Some like where we're using tools like Zapier, where we have a chat GPT that's connected and it'll automatically create a post with a certain type of text and image for us, and then it uploads this to a database. And so we're basically connecting all of these different AI tools into one and building a system around that and based whatever we're trying to do.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Because in the business world, I'm like, ooh, I got ideas.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's where like when you're talking about automations, like that opens the doors to just unlimited possibilities. Just because, like one automation we've set up in the past is where if you get an email, it will trigger an automation and it'll draft a default reply using AI for you based on your like how you've responded to emails over the past year. So we train it on that, and it'll basically act and reply, and it drafts up an email. So you get an email in 1 second. There's a reply to it, and all you have to do is actually go and check that email. All right, looks good. I want to add to it. I want to adjust it. Send. You know?
Man. I mean, we can use this in schools. Like what? I mean, because I think of like all the emails that go out as teachers, all the automations. Like, hey, you didn't do well in this test. Maybe you should think like automations for grades. Like,
well, if it's something that's simple and there's already some sort of data set that the AI is running off of, if you ask me a question, and once again, that question's been asked already in my world or the school I'm in or the business I'm in, it's got a data to run off of a knowledge base, and it basically can answer your question without me having to take my time and come and actually answer your question. You know? And it can connect you to the resources that walk you through the documents of it, the videos of it, the training of it. You know, it could have an AI support there that also helps you with it. So,
oh my gosh, like I'm getting super excited. Like I'm even thinking about like right now we're thinking about like synthesia. Am I saying that right? To where it's like using my voice likeness and my facial features and like even my excitement to convey like different things. Like what does that even look like in the future? I worry about like how does that look? I mean,
so one example. So I bought a car last year. My friend bought a car. My dad recently bought a car last week. So I've been and seen around the car buying industry kind of recently a bunch. And one thing I could see AI coming in, and with that is building profiles of different salesmen for cars. You're no longer going to have car salesmen because you're going to be able to go into a kiosk and it's a big touch screen, big TV screen, and you're going to be able to talk to a salesman right then and there. And it's all digital through an AI. It's all an AI. And all they've done is trained the best salesman, the best sales rep for that car dealership, and put it into an AI system that now people can go and interact with. Wow. So now the dealership gets rid of all their employees and makes more money too. Yeah. So it gets rid of the jobs. So that's one downside to AI, and why people should be talking about it or at least thinking about it and watching places and videos like this is because there are going to be jobs that are removed from different industries. Yeah. I would almost say every single industry in some aspect will be changed by AI, and AI will remove people from these industries.
Yeah, I do see. So they rolled out last year a tutor. It was a chat tutor, a tutor bot. And so students are, there's one facilitator as a teacher, and she goes around to make sure the tutors, like the students are moving forward in this journey with the tutor. And it seemed to work really well. And so they're going to implement it again next year. But really, worried about like how are educators going to make extra money, right? Because that opportunity to tutor before and after school may not be there. So it is disrupting our industry. We see that all the time. So yeah, wow. But yes, I love tech tools. There's so many out there, and like at schools, we use MagicSchool.ai, which kind of are all the tools in one. So like Brisk is coming out, so we're having these different companies that have all the tools in one. So we'll see what that kind of turns into. So yeah, I don't want you to like think about that, but I do know there's so many tools. You're right.
That's what's hard. That's like I said, there are literally millions of different tools out there, and every single week new tools are coming out. That's the other thing is every single week new AI tools come out. So I almost think the best thing to do is go grab the free trials on every single one of them and try these platforms out and just physically see what's possible. And over time, you're just going to learn and you're going to become better and more versed around AI and what you could do with that and see the possibilities. Once again, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think a lot of people see AI on a surface level. And if you just get in there and start to learn about it, you can start to see things that are possible. And you're like, oh my gosh, this could improve my life. This could change my life, change my business, change my education, help me so much, as long as you just slowly start to build these AI systems into it. And that's kind of like what I was telling you earlier is it's all about AI agents. So the future is actually just having everybody out there having their own individualized AI agent, just like what we're talking about in the education space. Mm-hmm. And it could be outside of that. I mean, why does it need to stop inside of education? Why can't you have an AI buddy mm-hmm. that's always in your pocket, just like your phone is, that you could go talk to if you're having a down day, or you're having a great day, you want to celebrate a win, or if you want to come up with ideas on what cards to send your grandma for her birthday, or anything you want to think about, you always have that AI buddy that's in your pocket.
You know, it's
a therapist. You think about
that.
Right. You go into this. It's like almost like free therapy, free buddy, free friend to talk to. I just don't get that. I think that's what the future is just having personalized AI buddies and assistants that'll help automate our lives and change a bunch of different things.
Yeah, I kind of wonder, like, okay, if we can just have our friend in our, like on our phone, like chat, because I have my AI assistant. But like, why with the robots? Why do you see such an influx of now you can get your own robot?
Well, if you think about it, robots. So what I always say is robots are dumb. They only know they only know what you program it to do. Mm-hmm. But if you implement AI into this robot, now this robot can do basically anything. Mm-hmm. And you could have your phone that's an assistant that can connect to this robot and it tells it to do whatever. And I mean, over time, you can build it to train to how you run your household. Mm-hmm. So you could get a robot or you could get a school or whatever it is, and you can have these robots in there that are building data and just personalizing it to better serve you, doing your laundry, doing your grass.
Got it.
I mean, waiting outside to pick up your kid off the school bus, and it's got cameras, so it's
recording anything.
It's scary, but at the end of the day, it's safer at the same time,
Wow, is that where we're headed? Ooh. I wonder, like, content creation. So as a business and an entity, like right now I'm using Canva and I create my things and I kind of feel like I think it's right. I don't know if it's right. I'm not sure like how AI can kind of help with that.
I think just using it on, once again, kind of going back to the base level, if you use it there, right. So AI, once again, it's all about how you use it. Mm-hmm. So if you don't know what you're doing, that should tell you you need to stop what you're doing and take it to AI and come up with some sort of plan and direction and exactly know what you want to do. Once you know what to do or what you want to do, you just go do it then, and it's using the tools and resources you have at hand to go do that.
Okay. So a plan, an avatar, and move beyond that. So I get it.
Right. There's a lot of different avenues. And once again, it just depends on what your medium is. Like, I mean, what are you building? What are you doing? Who's the user that's going to use it? I mean,
I feel like we all are having to be like prompt agents, like good prompt agents. And I kind of feel like I need to get better at asking better questions and paying attention to detail.
Yeah. Once again, I think everything with AI is literally what you give it. So the more you give it and the better you give it, the better outcome you're going to get. I mean, if you just tell it to give me a post versus give me a post with this image, this text, these colors, which is going to be better?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the one that I told it and gave it details, not just said, give me a post,
Yeah.
So if you want the best output, then you got to give the best input. So don't just go to ChatGPT and type something out as fast as you can. Put some thought into it. And if you don't know, guess what? Tell ChatGPT to build a prompt for you. So all you have to do is give it your topic and say, build a prompt around doing this for this. And then it'll build that prompt. And now you can take that prompt and re-put it back into the software. And it'll give you what you want to do.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Is there anything? There's so much tech things that I want to ask you, and I always go home and be like, "Oh, I should have asked Logan this." I don't know what, but I'm just like thinking, like, any questions you guys have, definitely put in the chat, and then we'll look at it. But just,
I guess, any tools or needs that you might have, or things that you could wish for that might help automate your life, or AI, or ideas you have, drop those in the comments, because one of us might know a tool that you guys could actually go do that and access that right now. Or we'll be able to create more content around it and show you how to do that.
Yes. One thing Logan showed me the other day, and so we use an app, and he was like, one of the things has been popping up since, the president has made this pivot for all the educators. So has been micro schools and pandemic pods. And so I was like, hey, can we build a micro school LMS system or some type of database? And right away, I get so many spam phone calls. So right away, we went to developing this prompt. And within minutes, we had the database, the system. And I'm like, can we really use this? And he literally published it. And I'm like, this is easy. So it's kind of scary how easy it is to develop like these type of platforms. I don't know. That's why I'm like, but I did put it out on my social media, the platform. So hopefully you guys can kind of use it and try it. But I mean, I don't know if I could have done it without, getting help or input from some developer to help me kind of organize my thoughts or categorize my thoughts.
Well, once again, I think that's what makes AI so exciting. It's this unknown universe. It's this unknown world. And all it is starting to just tap into it. Once you tap into it, once you start learning, once you start looking at it, start seeing the platforms out there, you see what's possible, and you start figuring out how you can implement it into your life once again. So there's millions of different use cases, millions of different platforms out there. And once again, it's just, how do you want to help, or what do you want to focus on in your life, or what do you want to improve, or just got to figure out what you want to do.
No, because I want to get thin.
Well, guess what? You no longer have to pay for a trainer or a gym or any of that. You can literally create an AI bot, AI agent that can be focused around your scale that you have at home, because you can relay that data to your AI agent. And you can take pictures of everything you're eating, and it'll automatically calculate and estimate the calories of what you're eating. And you can build these full diet plans and an entire plan around this one little aspect of your life. So you could have one AI agent that's built just around your health or your wealth or your fitness or whatever you want. That's just one specific AI agent that you have. Then you might have another AI agent that is for managing your calendar. You have another one that's for doing managing, making sure the groceries are being reordered if you're an automatic order.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! I would need a husband. This is great because you're starting to see different people use it for companionship. That are lonely.
Well, once again, that's where it goes back to. That's what AI can do, though. For those people that might be lonely, maybe not necessarily looking for companionship, but maybe need a friend in a time of need. Maybe they're struggling with something in life and they don't want to talk to their parents. They don't want to talk to their friends. They don't want to talk to anybody, because it's just some sort of uncomfortable situation or emotional damage or something. So that's where the good potentially could come in, where that AI is there to step in and be that friend at any point in time that anyone may need it.
Yeah, because I mean, just thinking of health, I kind of use it to take the jargon. I took the picture. I'm like, explain this in a third grade level because I don't know what this doctor is trying to say and what she wrote on my papers. And I was like, oh, that's what they mean. Okay, this. And so it was helpful in that capacity, but I worry about the data piece. Uploading too much of my information, even though if you Google Cassandra Williams on AI, it will tell you everything about my life already. So I'm like,
I mean, all your information's out there. I mean, let's be honest, like there's cameras everywhere. There's business cameras, there's personal cameras, there's government ran access cameras. You're being recorded, your audio is being recorded all the time. I mean, if you're out in public, there's a good chance you are on someone's camera. So your data is out there. They're already collecting it. Now, that's where I would hope it comes to our government systems to monitor and to regulate this and focus on privacy and security. Like, in my opinion, that's like the number one focus of what they should be doing is focusing on that side of things and making sure it's all privacy and secure. And I mean, we've been getting tons and tons and tons and tons of hackers lately for businesses and different things. I mean, a lot of different things that happen where people access your data. I mean, your own states have even been caught selling your data. So,
well.
It's like they're already doing it. So why can't we benefit out of it? You know, why can't the peoples who actual data is get the benefit out of it? So now that's what we're doing is we're trying to get the benefit out of it.
Oh my God. So I do think because some people are afraid to put, certain information, but I kind of see like with Google, they already
it's already there.
It's already there.
If you run a business on Google, anything that happens within your business, every single email you send, every Google chat you send, every calendar booking you have, they already have all of that. So they have everything. When you've ordered 3,000 products over 10 years off of Amazon, they've got quite a bit of data that they've already built around you. So all of these companies are already doing that. They're already sharing your data. So once again, I think what it comes back to is finally the people who it is can start getting the benefit out of it, And do you think there's stopping it? Do you think you can stop it, the future? No. So
no, it's here.
Let's talk about it. Let's think about it. And let's figure out how we can capitalize on it is where we're kind of at.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know, where do you see different things? What do you see changing? Like, what is the one or two things you see that's changing in the future? Like, there's so many things that's changing so fast, especially for my mother. She's like, look, I'm not doing the computer. I'm not doing that data. Like, I don't want to learn AI. Like, I mean, I kind of feel like if I don't change, I will be obsolete.
Yeah, you have to. You have to pivot and you have to adapt in almost everything that you're doing. Think about, like, let's put it into sports, for example. If you're playing football or basketball or whatever sport it is, and your team is just on a losing streak, you lost 10 games in a row, and you just keep making the same plays. You're not trying different plays. You're not putting in different players. You're doing the same thing over and over again. What are you going to get out of it? The same result. So at some point, you have to pivot in there. You have to make a change and figure out what the next direction is. And from there, it's just, that's what you're doing with marketing and AI is you then collect the data from that change, the players that you put in that game or the plays that you ran, maybe you see one that won. Now you can go duplicate that and do that again. Maybe see if you win. So you basically make a change, analyze that change, and go back and make more changes to keep improving.
I love that because I think that's education, right? Constantly the classroom is being that, sports arena to where you're like, okay, this didn't work. Even this didn't work for that child. So what can I do? How can I improve? I think just the only thing is, how do we get more people to get as excited about it as we are to actually make change so we can change quicker? I kind of feel like education is such a slow moving process that we know things are not working, yet we're continuing to do the same thing. I'm like, something needs to change and something needs to happen in education. But I do see, like, hopefully AI will be that change agent for, education.
I think it has to be. And if the schools don't change, then I don't think the education system will truly be the same like it's ever been in the past 100+ years, I mean, if the schools don't change, then they're going to get behind, and other institutions are going to pop up where parents are going to see it is a better decision for me to send my kid to this place because they're going to become a better outcome.
Yeah.
And that's proven because look at all the people that have went to this institution or this school. They're better off,
Yeah, and I even think like I'm just talking like K-12, but even universities are having to pivot.
Yeah.
And change, and even professors are having to change.
It also goes into everything you can learn in schools. You can now learn and access at the tip of your fingers in 30 seconds on your phone.
Yeah.
Because it's built in. Guess what? You don't even have to type anymore. You can now talk to it.
Yes.
So schools are the community center that teachers are now our guardians. They're like our guardian angels that are trying to give us and help us get the best end result, take us from where we're at now and get us to where we want to go. And in that process, they have to find out where we want to go, what we're best at, all of that, So it's like teachers are now our guardians throughout our entire education life to try to help get the student to the best end place.
Oh my goodness! Well,
and hopefully this means higher pay with teachers.
Yeah, I hope so.
So hopefully this could make teaching actually a high paid job because once again, you're not just teaching.
Yeah,
you're literally like part of students' lives rely on you. So now you really have to be mission oriented and want the best for these students. So AI is gonna get rid of teachers' jobs. We know that. So hopefully this can get us in where we can now have people that are making more money.
Well, I do think I don't know if getting rid of, but hopefully not get rid of. But I think it will change our frame of being the one to deliver the content to being the facilitator of.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're teachers
their
are
journey.
Teachers, right? Exactly.
So we're gonna
teachers.
Pivot. Teachers are gonna pivot.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Teachers are now the facilitator.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are kind of putting these students on track because the students don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the teacher is now just coming in and giving them the roadmap and helping them excel in this roadmap.
Got it. Okay. Whew. That was a lot.
Yes. It's a lot. AI is a lot.
It is. And if you guys have any questions, how will we reach Logan?
You just reach out to Socially Versed on any platform. And if you want to reach out to me directly, just ask for Logan.
Do you want to tell us about your new platform?
No.
Logan is always building. Let me just say, Logan is kind of like the person that builds in silence. And then he tells me little bits. I'm like, what? You can do that? You're doing that? So that gets me so excited about the future because every idea I have, I take it to Logan, and Logan kind of pushes and challenges me to do one better or think differently about the thing. So really excited about that. Just look out for Logan. Follow Logan on Socially Versed. He is amazing. And anything else you want to add to the conversation? This was good.
I don't know. I just say any questions you guys always have, drop them to you, drop them to me. And I'm sure we'll be here to make another video and chime in on it, what we think.
All right. So talk to you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.